appreciate all of the young men and Jasmine and LaDonna who made their way, amen, here, knowing that the weather might turn bad. Trustee Barker said that sleet is coming down heavy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to God in prayer, amen, and then after prayer we're going to read scripture, and then we're going to preach, and we're going to get them on the road, amen? Amen. 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 So at this time, if you would stand with me for prayer. Amen. Amen. Zach, lead us in prayer.
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done
in earth as it is in heaven.
Give
Give us this day
our daily bread,
and forgive us
our debts,
as
we forgive
our debtors.
and lead us not
Into temptation, but deliver us
from evil.
for
For
thine
thine
is
is
the
the kingdom,
and
and the power,
and the glory forever.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. After which, can I get an offering envelope? After which, after the sermon, we will take offering. Yeah, pray with me because I got to meet my wife in Dallas. Amen. So if the road permits, I'll be leaving out right immediately after the service after I can cook and feed my father to get to Dallas. Amen. Where she's waiting for me at the airport. Amen. So I have to get to Dallas. So we're going to go on with the service as God has directed us. If you would go with me to your Bible to the book of Exodus. To the book of Exodus. When you get to the book of Exodus, you can go to the 3rd chapter. We're resting on our feet. Exodus, the 3rd chapter. If you're there, if you say amen.
Amen.
3rd chapter, starting at verse 1. It says, Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock in the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared upon him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, while the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. Look at your neighbor quickly, and say, God will find another. Say, God will find another. Oh, y'all gonna make it difficult for me to preach today. See, if you ever been through storms and tribulations, if you've ever had people that talked about you and people that called you out of your name, you will find out that it does not matter how much education that you have. It does not matter how popular you are. It does not matter who you hang with or don't hang with.
Right.
But sometimes God will have to take you through just to bring you through. Oh, somebody say amen. The best education that could be given to royalty in Egypt, Moses had it. Moses was a prince. And he also became a murderer. See, Moses had an assignment from God that he was not prepared for. God prepared Moses to lead his people out of bondage. See, there's a whole bunch of folks that are in bondage, but I'll stop by to tell you whatever you're going through, he's going to make it worth your while.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, look at somebody and say, he'll make it worth my while. No matter whatever you're going through, God will make it worth your while. See, God told Moses, it's already set in motion. He came and seen a bush burning, but was not consumed. And he said, pull off thy shoes, because where you stand is on holy ground. See, when you get on holy ground, you need to act a different way. You can't have an attitude and call yourself trying to be a child of God. You can't talk about folks, get upset with folks, don't want to speak, and call yourself being a child of God. Your breakthrough is already in motion. Oh, I feel like preaching now. See,